Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hannah Daily English. I am so glad you are here with us today. Honestly, if you are the kind of person who watches English learning content in your free time, you are already doing something most people never do. You are putting in the extra work, and that extra work is exactly what makes the difference.
Hey everyone, so happy to be here. And today is one of those episodes where the topic looks small on the surface, just two short phrases, but understanding the difference between them changes how you sound completely. Like, completely.
Yes, two phrases, four words total between them, and yet so many learners at B1 level and above use them the wrong way. Not because they are not good at English, but because no one ever explained the difference clearly.
We are talking about even if and even though. You've probably heard both of them. You might have even used both of them. But do you know when to use which one? That is the question we're answering today.
By the end of this episode, you will understand exactly how each phrase works, why they are different, and how to use both of them naturally in real conversations. You will also notice them when you hear them in films, podcasts, and everyday English. And that noticing is a huge part of becoming fluent.
Before we start, we want to hear from you. Have you used even if or even though before? Did you know there was a difference? Or did you always think they meant the same thing? Tell us in the comments. There's no wrong answer. We just love hearing where you're starting from. And if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe to Hannah Daily English so you get a new episode every week. Every episode is built around real English that you can use in real life. All right, let's get into it.
Let's start with even though, because this one is a little more straightforward. Even though is used when something is a real fact, something that is true, something that actually happened or is definitely happening. And despite that fact, something surprising or unexpected is also true.
Think of it this way. Even though introduces a fact, a real situation, and then the rest of the sentence tells you the surprising result or consequence of that fact.
The structure is simple. Even though plus a complete clause with a subject and verb, and then the main result. For example, even though I was tired, I went to the gym. The tiredness is real, it actually happened, but despite that real fact, I still went. That is the surprise.
Here's one from my actual week. I had a terrible headache on Thursday morning, and I still had to run a meeting at work. So I told my colleague, even though I had a headache, I managed to get through the whole meeting. The headache was real, the meeting was real, and the surprising thing is that I got through it.
I love that example. Here's mine. I'm not a morning person at all. Everyone who knows me knows this. But lately, I've been waking up at 6:30 to study, and I tell people, even though I hate mornings, I've been getting up early every day this week. The fact is, I hate mornings, that's true. But the surprising thing is, I still get up early.
Let me give you 5 more examples so the pattern really becomes clear. Even though it was raining, we went for a walk. Even though she studied hard, she failed the exam. Even though the film got bad reviews, I really enjoyed it. Even though he earns a lot of money, he never buys anything expensive. Even though we were late, they let us in.
In every single one of those, the even though part is a real fact. It rained. She did study. The film did get bad reviews. He does earn a lot. We were late. These are not imaginary situations. They are real.
So here's your first key point. Even though equals a real fact plus a surprising result. The fact is confirmed. It is not a possibility. It is not a condition. It happened or it is true right now. Try this right now. Think of something surprising about yourself or your life. Something where the situation seems unlikely, but it is true. Say it out loud using even though. For example, even though I'm shy, I love speaking in front of people. Even though I don't like coffee, I work in a coffee shop. Make it real. Make it about you. Say it out loud and then write it in the comments so we can read it.
All right, now let's talk about even if. And this is where a lot of learners get confused because even if looks and sounds very similar to even though, but the meaning is completely different.
Even if is used for hypothetical situations, imaginary conditions, things that might happen, might not happen, or are definitely not going to happen. The key is that the situation is not confirmed as a real fact. It's a condition or a possibility.
The structure looks like this: even if plus a condition or hypothetical situation, and then the result that stays the same regardless of that condition. For example, even if it rains tomorrow, we will still have the picnic. We don't know yet if it will rain. It might not, but either way, the picnic is happening.
That's the heart of even if. It means no matter what, this result stays the same. The condition doesn't change the outcome. Even if you give me $1 million, I won't move to another city. I don't have $1 million. Nobody's offering me $1 million. But hypothetically, even in that extreme situation, my answer is no.
I use this all the time in real conversations. When someone tries to convince me to do something I really don't want to do, I say, even if you explain it 10 more times, I'm still not going to understand this. It's a hypothetical. They probably won't explain it 10 more times. But even if they did, my answer is the same.
Here are more real examples. Even if I had more time, I wouldn't watch that show. Even if she apologizes, I'm not sure I can forgive her. Even if the weather is perfect, I prefer staying home on weekends. Even if he tries his best, this project is going to be difficult. Even if I win the lottery, I'll still keep working.
Notice how all of those have a sense of imagination or possibility. They are not facts. I might get more time. She might apologize. The weather might be perfect. They're conditions. And the point is that the result stays the same regardless.
Here's a tip to help you remember this. Ask yourself before you speak, is this situation real and confirmed, or is it imaginary and conditional? If it's real, use even though. If it's a possibility or hypothetical condition, use even if.
First, identify the situation. Is it happening or is it a what if? Second, if it's happening, say even though. Third, if it's a what if, say even if. 3 steps. Try it with your own examples. Write one even if sentence in the comments. Make it a real what if from your life. Even if I could live anywhere in the world, I would still choose my city. Something like that. Now let's look at how both of these phrases work in real, everyday conversation. Because knowing the grammar rule is one thing. Hearing how they sound in natural speech is something else entirely.
Let's start with a comparison. Same topic, 2 different sentences. Topic, a difficult job interview. Sentence 1, even though I was nervous, I did really well in the interview. Real situation, I was nervous. That is confirmed. And despite that nervousness, I did well. Surprising result.
Sentence 2. Even if I am nervous, I always try to speak clearly. This is more general. It is saying, in any situation where I am nervous, even hypothetically, this is what I do. It is a principle, a pattern, a way of living, almost.
Do you feel the difference? The first sentence is about one specific, real moment in time. The second is about a general approach or attitude that the person carries with them always.
Let's try another topic, money. Even though I do not earn a lot, I manage to save every month. Real situation. My income is what it is, but somehow I save. Even if I earned more money, I think I would still spend the same amount. Hypothetical. What would happen in a completely different situation, one that has not happened yet and may never happen?
These 2 phrases come up constantly in natural English conversation, especially when people are sharing opinions, making arguments, or explaining decisions. You'll hear things like, even though everyone told me not to do it, I did it anyway. That is someone standing by a real decision they already made.
Or, even if everyone tells me not to do it, I will still do it. That is someone saying, I do not care what people say in the future. My decision is already made and nothing will change it.
A really useful place to practice these is when you're having discussions or debates. In English, when you want to show that something doesn't change your opinion or your decision, you reach for even if or even though. They make you sound confident, clear, and fluent. They signal to the listener that you have thought about this, that you are certain.
Try this. Think of one opinion you have that you feel strongly about. Now express it using even though, and then again using even if. For example, even though some people disagree with me, I think learning grammar is important. Even if nobody agrees with me, I will still say that grammar matters.
Say those sentences out loud. Feel how natural they sound. Feel how much strength they carry. Speak out loud. Seriously, the difference between a B1 learner and a B2 learner is often just the willingness to say things out loud even when it feels uncomfortable. Fluency does not come from reading silently. It comes from using your voice.
Now let's go a little deeper, because these two phrases are doing more than just connecting clauses. They're doing something emotional, something persuasive.
Think about it this way. When you say even though, you're acknowledging reality. You're saying, yes, this difficult thing exists. Yes, I see it. And yet something else is also true. That and yet is powerful. It shows maturity. It shows that you're not pretending the difficulty doesn't exist.
When you say even if, you are showing resolve. You are looking ahead at all the possible futures, the good ones, the hard ones, the uncertain ones, and you are saying none of them change what I'm going to do. That is a very strong thing to communicate. It shows conviction.
This is why politicians, speakers, and leaders use these phrases so often. When someone says, even though the road is difficult, we will not turn back, that lands differently than just saying, we will not turn back. The even if adds weight. It says, we have considered the obstacles. We are choosing this path anyway.
And in everyday life, this applies just as much. A parent saying to a child, even if you make mistakes, I will always love you. That even if is doing enormous emotional work. It is covering every possible future. It is unconditional.
Contrast that with, even though you made mistakes, I still love you. Also beautiful, also powerful, but that one is about a specific moment, a specific set of mistakes that already happened. The love in response to something real.
Two phrases, similar structure, very different worlds.
All right, let's talk about mistakes. And before we do, I just want to say that I have made every single one of these mistakes myself at some point. So this is not about judging. This is about learning together.
Mistake number 1, using even though for a hypothetical situation. For example, saying, even though it rains tomorrow, we will still go. This is wrong because we don't know if it will rain tomorrow. It's not a confirmed fact. It's a future possibility. The correct sentence is, even if it rains tomorrow, we will still go. Use even if for possibilities and conditions.
Mistake number 2 is using even if when you're talking about a real confirmed fact. For example, even if I was tired, I still went to the gym. If you actually were tired, if that's a real confirmed fact, you need even though. Even though I was tired, I still went to the gym. Even if makes it sound like you might not have been tired, which changes the whole meaning of the sentence.
Mistake number 3 is confusing even if with just if. Some learners drop the word even and change the whole tone of the sentence. If it rains, we will cancel the picnic. That's a normal conditional. The rain would change the plan. But even if it rains, we will not cancel the picnic. That's very different. The even adds emphasis. It says, no matter what, the plan stays. Don't drop the even when you need that strong emphasis.
Mistake number 4 is confusing even if with
although. Now, these two are actually quite similar, and using although instead of even though is usually not a big mistake. But even though carries a stronger sense of surprise or contrast. Although is a little more neutral. For example, although it was expensive, I bought it. That's fine. Even though it was expensive, I still bought it. That version emphasizes the surprise more. Both are correct, but even though sounds more natural in spoken English when you want to stress the contrast.
Mistake number 5, and this one is subtle, is using even if in the past tense to talk about something real. Learners sometimes say, even if the weather was bad, we had a great time. But if the weather really was bad, the sentence should be, even though the weather was bad, we had a great time. The past tense doesn't automatically make something hypothetical. Ask yourself, did this actually happen? If yes, use even though.
The quick fix for all of these mistakes is the same question. Is this real or is this hypothetical? Real fact, use even though. Possible condition, use even if. Ask that every time and you'll get it right almost always.
Let's practice together. I'll give you a situation and 2 sentences. Say the correct one out loud before we tell you the answer.
Situation 1. You know the film was long, but you enjoyed it. Option A. Even if the film was long, I enjoyed it. Option B. Even though the film was long, I enjoyed it.
The answer is B. The length is a confirmed fact. Even though fits.
Situation 2. No salary would make you take a certain job. Option A. Even if they paid me double, I would not take that job. Option B. Even though they paid me double, I would not take that job.
Option A. Nobody offered you double pay. It is hypothetical. Even if is perfect.
Situation 3. You wake up early every day despite hating mornings. Even if I do not like mornings, I get up at 6. Or, even though I do not like mornings, I get up at 6.
Even though. Not liking mornings is a real fact about you. Even though connects that reality to the surprising result.
Here is the rule that ties it all together. Ask one question every single time. Is this real or hypothetical? Real fact, use even though. Possible condition, use even if.
Your challenge this week. Write one sentence using even though about something real in your life, and one using even if about something hypothetical. Same topic if you can. That parallel practice trains your brain fast.
Share them in the comments. We read every one.
Keep going. You are doing better than you think. See you next time.